the Entrepreneurial CPA Show. We're here to take that deep dive into the knowledge you need to break free of the box and become the world-changing entrepreneurs we know that you want to be. A little bit of theoretical, a little bit of practical, both sides. I'm Garrett, as always, and I'm here with, just the legend, Dr. Sean, Dr. Blockchain. He's just gracing us with his presence today. We should all be honored for today's amazing show. Brought to you by some amazing people, as always. Prolera, reminding you that CPE doesn't have to be grind, nor should it. Get on your CPE this time of year. Hand Rock Solutions, providing you the roadmap for advisory services. If you haven't checked out our other show, Look into the Future, you need to. And last but not least, Accounting Fly, helping firms find that job candidates and that talent they desperately need. Reach out to them to learn more. So, Dr. Sean, Dr. Blockchain, I know you've been busy. You've been just checking out the world, diving into the blockchain space. So why don't you give us a blockchain update? What's new in the world of blockchain for all of us accountants?
Sure. So absolutely. Probably there are two big trends and sort of updates out there. One is that honestly, the entire blockchain conversation has now totally pivoted, right? Out of the public Bitcoin blockchain space, all of that is old news, out of date, obsolete for most of us out there. And it's all really answer.
Does that mean you're going to get rid of your blockchain tie?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Never.
Blockchain is passe. It's old news.
Well, I have Bitcoin socks on. So.
Bitcoin socks on. Balance it out. Okay.
Absolutely. And so really sort of that pivot and shift has totally happened, right? So as large enterprises from everybody, obviously IBM, Walmart, but now we have JP Morgan, Facebook's in the pool, kind of sort of. Stock indexes are now also trying to leverage blockchain. So really the whole conversation has moved from public open blockchains to a more private model, organized, governed, and managed by one firm or a group of firms. And so sort of building on that, right, from a internal control point of view, from a accounting point of view, all of that really opens up to the doors for all of us to really grow into new roles as blockchain becomes more and more mainstream. And so the other big update out there is the IRS finally issued, some updated, not guidance, but more answers. So during October, the IRS answered 43 questions that had been posed to them by the AICPA, ACCA groups right out there. And so they gave answers to those questions, trying to help tax folks, audit folks, anybody working with anything crypto to sort of give better guidance and answers. Now all of those questions were kind of helpful, but actually some of those answers opened up the door for more questions. But there also was one big thing out there that I think is very key for us to know about. In the updated FAQs and guidance, all crypto assets are going to be classified as property still going forward. So the tax compliance, record keeping, all of that is still very onerous. And the IRS is going to ask for that full compliance for all taxpayers, individuals and merchants, for any crypto dollars. So
really the IRS came out with some stuff that's not totally authoritative, that didn't change kind of that classification from assets, but what's the biggest change? Did it change anything substantially?
I wouldn't say that it changed too much, but it gave confirmation, right, to the practices that has sort of built up from 2014 on.
So let's move back to point one then, because I think that's the really most important part here. Is that we've talked about this before, and we talked about this in some of our sessions we've done at live events. It's the enterprise application of blockchain. It's not this like fad with cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency got this all started. You don't pay attention, but now it's like real in here, and companies are doing amazing things with it.
Absolutely. And so arguably the enterprise applications are great, from food safety, patents, drug safety, transportation of people and of items, anything to do with having to track data, be it insurance, transportation, FedEx, UPS, airlines, insurance companies, all of those entities are building out or are currently using a blockchain as an enterprise tool. But as these tools become more mainstream, there are gaps in the controls and in how these things are trying to interoperate, right, with other internal systems, and also as firms and as their CPAs are actually trying to get data out of these systems to then analyze it, use it, and to help our clients make better choices. There are pain points and gaps, and also from like a technical point of view, some sort of hurdles that are going to have to be overcome still. But all of those hurdles from a control, from a smart contract auditor, from a consortium audit point of view, all of those are opportunities for firms and individuals to sort of be proactive and to really get out there to, one, understand these things, and to, two, help clients understand these things, and three, bring it together. From a business point of view, like, okay, great, there's a private blockchain, smart contracts, combined with some IoT. Great. How do I actually use that in the business?
Yeah, and that's kind of like, immediately firms can choose to get involved with this, become blockchain focused, or big picture for all practitioners, public and private, is this. It's, as we talk about a lot, it's going to change what we do. It's going to change the annual task we do either internally or externally from an audit and tax compliance standpoint. It's going to drastically reduce that time. And the long-term pivot for us as accounting professionals, if we don't understand anything about blockchain, we don't help our clients with blockchain, it's going to start to change our profession and free us up, as we talked about, to be advisors to our clients.
Yep.
Be proactive. So it's another reason to stay on top of right now in the accounting profession, if you're public or private, thinking more and more about being proactive and a much more of an advisor with your clients than a technician.
Yep. Nailed it.
Nailed it. So with nailing it, we're going to wrap up for this show. Hope you got your blockchain update and you're ready to move into the future. If you got more blockchain questions, as always, hit us up. We're always helping you out along the way. And if you want to keep the learning going, check out our entrepreneurial CPA groups. Become the entrepreneur, become the advisor you deserve. There's a link below. Don't forget to check it out. And Dr. Sean, as we both always know, subscribe to the YouTube channel, right? Click the link.
Absolutely.
Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And we challenge you today to take action and change the world and invest in yourself.